There is no singular history when it comes to views on nature. In Eastern Korean nature, we see a gentle, open environment that is not leading towards faith or worship. Therefore, the relationship between humans and nature is one of mutual mediation, uncontained, and unindependent. By rejecting the artificial confinement of nature, a sense of beauty may emerge that is like Josian white porcelain, which is pure and beautiful as it is. While this is different from the Japanese sensitivity of wabi, the aesthetics resonate with one another. In regards to independent existences actually being relative to the other, it geopolitically resembles this island country of Japan as well, in relation to China and its ideology which is central to history. A characteristic of Japan is its historic nature of being unable to have something orthodox of its own. They have a cultural inferiority complex, a weakness that comes from lack of ideology. The flip side or rereading of this absence of an orthodox derives a pretense that tends to symbolize the heterogeneous and flows into the traditional arts of Japan, that is, the spirit of wabi-tea. The essence of this tendency to indulge in the vague, to not be able to transform, the repetition of the pretense and introspection, is the aesthetic. This pursuit relativizes the time continuum, receiving this world in the afterlife as it is. The aesthetic or values of this vague diversity, a result of contemplative introspection, is an aesthetic of the weak or vulnerable, used to survive the world in which we live. It urges the freeing of oneself from the world of self-contained works, which merely represent, to recognizing a liberated state through defying autonomy. The work should be installed on the floor, ground, and be viewed from a low position. The works that include paper, drawing, should be placed on the floor. If one were to compare this to a non-theatrical adori, the gesture of leaving the ground is the negative. Mai and adori both Japanese traditional dances, but Mai is a stage dance. Adori, there's a smell of ground in the racial characteristic. The vitality of that happening is manifested by the act of coming up from the ground. Synchronization with the world of the works comes from the incomprehensible, the chaos, and pushes out from within the viewer, putting oneself physically in a lower position, both feet on the ground, and seeing something horizontally as a way to request that the viewing be done through the entire body. This illuminates the relationship between ceramic and ceramic and metal, and paper. One cannot build a spiritual relationship by leaving the ground, by looking at it from afar. The perspective of this structure is low, and its state cannot be seen without the viewing to physically correspond with the position of the work. The installation of the work can take a variety of forms, depending on the site and how it is utilized.